The Market Theatre in Johannesburg has welcomed back Tshiamo Mokgadi as the CEO of the Market Theatre Foundation this month. A woman with a passion for the arts, Mokgadi has had many active roles in the industry through institutions such as the Playhouse Company in Durban, as well as the State Theatre in Pretoria. Her position at the theatre cements a period of transformation, particularly when it comes to gender representation. The Market Theatre has played a pivotal role in shaping so many careers for theatre performers and has led the cultural sector in the country when it comes to holding leadership positions pertaining to women. And she joins us now. Very good morning to you, Tshiamo. Thanks for joining us. Welcome.
Good morning.
As we are well in the Women's Month, your appointment comes at an opportune time, particularly where this month recognizes women in the country. What does this position mean to you and the number of women in the theatre space?
Sure. I think, as you said in your introduction, the Market Theatre has played such a pivotal role in South African theatre history, and that means it comes with a lot, huge, high expectations. So from all stakeholders, you can imagine, from young artists wanting to get in to your, middle career artists that come in and stamp their authority and from there radiate out to the rest of the world, to the seniors, the custodians that still have a soft spot for the space. So everybody's watching me.
Yeah.
The pressure is there, but I'm also cognizant of the fact that the council never appointed me in this position if they didn't believe in what I could bring in there. And for that, I'm very grateful. I'm grateful for the ones that came before me, and I look forward to partnering with everybody else, my peers and everybody who's currently active in the space.
I mean, Tshiamo, you have a passion for the arts and you've had leadership roles in major theatres in the country. What really draws you to theatre?
I think it's the immediacy of it, that immediate interaction. And I'm loving, watching the shows online from everybody, whether it's from the State Theatre, the Playhouse, the Market Theatre, Artscape, everybody, VNF, I'm enjoying that, but it's not quite the same. It's that theatre is that shared experience, with the people in the space with you and how you feed off of each other's energy, how you feed off of the artist's energy. And that for me cannot be easily imitated. And that's one thing that I'm really, really missing. But also just because it's so stressful and strenuous and high impact, just seeing those lights go up and getting the electrifying feedback from the audience, whether it's a concert or a show, that for me just makes it all worthwhile. I love it. I love it.
Right. And, what are some of the core responsibilities at the theatre, and how will you continue to ensure as the leader that the Market Theatre remains one of the leading theatres in the country?
So I think that last point is exactly it. I need to look out for the theatre's future sustainability. I need to make sure that whatever we do today to survive doesn't impact on future generations' ability. So whoever takes over after me doesn't impact them, that they're unable to also do what's best for the institution. So right now, my vision is to work hand in hand with the management and the team and the council to, get projects that can help us towards that goal, self-sustainability. We currently rely quite a lot on that grant that they give us. We're very grateful for that. But the truth is, and we've also been briefed, it's not going to grow, and it's not going to grow at, the rate that we need it to. So we need to find ways to make our own money, to generate our own money. And I think my first, it's not my first, but one of my main one would be to find ways to generate our own income, bring money in, get projects with a commercial view, as opposed to only the ones that speak to the soul. Those are still protected and those will still lead. But right now, where we are, if we want to make sure that the Market Theatre exists for people that come after me and my current peers, we really need to find ways to get those projects in. And while we're doing that, it also affords us the opportunity to bring along as many independent artists with us as possible. They've suffered greatly during this lockdown and the COVID period. Most of them haven't earned. We don't have much, but my thinking is that whatever bit we've got, stretch it as far as possible, bring everybody along, leave nobody behind.
Tshiamo, just picking up on that point, what does it take to successfully run public-funded arts centers? I mean, you just mentioned that you are on a drive to self-fund or to generate your own income. What are some of the practical ways or methods that you will apply to ensure that these comes to fruition?
We're lucky, being supported by the National Department of Sports, Arts and Culture. We're lucky in that we've got a grant that helps us with, guarantees our operations, salaries, utilities and stuff. So I think it's time that we use that funding much more cleverly and much more focused or targeted, that whatever bit we spend has to bring something back, whether it is through our internal human capacity. We all have different skills that could translate to other industries out there, where we could tap into other commercial industries out there, where we could use that skill to sell a service or a product and let your private sector buy it at a cost, and we then make a profit from that. Whether it's productions, it's facilities. You've been looping photos of our different venues on the screen there. We've got beautiful facilities that could lend themselves to the MICE industry, meetings, conferences and exhibitions. How do we tap into that? Unfortunately, like I said, we're still going to protect the shows that speak to, the soul, because that is our core business. But at the same time, we have to start looking at diversification and look into, those areas where we can then start making supplementary money to plow back into the productions that give us the reason to exist.
Now, Tshiamo, I would imagine how tough a balancing act it is, to balance what the board wants and what you will do as a CEO, tasked with the responsibility of running the theatre and also ensuring that the wishes and aspirations of artists in the art space, are realized. So what is it that you're going to do to strike that balance?
Sure. I think it's about playing open cards. Council is really there to support and enable for management to do what they need to do, right? And I see that relationship as being very supportive and complementary, and not really one dictating to the other, what should happen. And in order to achieve that, same actually also applies with your other stakeholders, whether it's management, staff, or external, people, whether it's creatives or businesses. So, but at the heart of that has to be open and transparent communication. This is what we would like to do, or this is where we are. This is what we need to do. It means we have to make difficult decisions, and these are the difficult decisions that have to be made. Please understand why we have to make them. May we have your buy-in. I'm not one for, look, I understand the responsibility that I have to make the ultimate decision. But I would rather not do it dictatorially, but rather negotiate the space with my stakeholders and people that have an interest in the business. If you get it by consensus, you get easier buy-in, because I'm not going to be the one implementing it on my own. I need everybody to come along with me.
All right. Tshiamo, with your wealth of experience and the kind of vision that you have for the Market Theatre, I'm definitely sure with a high degree of certainty that you will definitely take the theatre to greater heights. It's been a pleasure speaking to you, and all the best in your role.
Thank you, Simpiwe.